tell you they are located on Motlow Boulevard. YMCAmid10.org is the email or the website address. You can find a lot more information there. YMCAmid10.org is the internet address for the North Rutherford Y, and we invite you. Registration going on between now and February 20th, so you have just a few days to make that happen. County Commissioner Mike Sparks is here, along with some young people who were part of the Job Shadow program, and also we have from First Bank, Lori North joining us, and Lori is a voice that I've heard on the radio before. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Doing very, very well. So why would First Bank want to get involved in this program today?
Well, First Bank actually has a student-ran bank inside the high school, Smyrna Bulldog Bank, and I actually had two students today. One was the president, Ann Britton Carr, and then the vice president, which was Ashley North, come and job shadow me. And I've been fortunate to work with the school and the school bank for about 6 or 7 years now. And so this is something that we do through Rutherford County Chamber, and the BEP program is the job shadowing, and have done for a few years now. We too, I don't know if you're familiar with, but I was able to go speak at the high school a couple of weeks ago. They are starting career clustering at the high school, and kudos to Rutherford County Schools as well as the state of Tennessee. We were able to go in. There were several business people invited to go speak to freshmen. That's who they're starting out with, are the freshmen this year, and they are looking for them to make a choice, just finding what they're interested in and finding what they like to do. Again, back to what you all were referencing earlier, finding what you like to do is the key in life.
Well, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, banking, finances, you have to get a grasp on that. Everybody does.
Absolutely. And with the school bank and the students that run the bank at the school, they have the ability. We have some students who actually have never had accounts before, so they go and are able to learn about saving and learn about getting interest on their savings, on their money, and it's been a really good thing. We've actually hired students at the bank, one being Mike's oldest son, that has been working with us, and so that's been a win-win situation for us.
It's almost like an intern kind of program while they learn, but it's a good way to bring people into the industry, and but most of all, I guess, a great way to teach young people what it is to save and not to spend every dime.
Absolutely, which we go into a lot of the elementary schools as well and try to teach them to save.
Well, we're still learning how to count quarters and dimes and nickels and how much money that really is in my house. But sooner or later, we're trying to teach the saving at home as well. But this is a great program that just reemphasizes that fact, and I think it's something that First Bank does in several areas throughout the county, not just here in Smyrna, too.
We do. That's right. Actually, across the state of Tennessee, even.
We've got some young people here who were part of the programs today, and Katrina Devaya is joining us. And did I do it right? No, I knew I wouldn't. Devaya, tell me how to say it.
Delvaya.
Okay, Delvaya, not Del, right? Delvaya.
Delvaya.
All right. So tell me a little bit about you and your experience today.
Well, today I went with Joel Parks, and I've learned most about tax preps and just about how using the computer on it, because you have to do many things on it with tax preps, and in order to become and get that far with where Joel Parks is at, you have to learn how to give good speeches, and you have to take math classes and learn a lot of math. And
your favorite subject, I would assume?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, good.
Math is my favorite subject, and I think it's really easy. And
well, that's great, because I think it's one of the hardest things out there, but that's just me. And so you've been able to kind of develop an interest there in that. What do you think maybe you'd like to do as, when you're all grown up, if you will?
Well, I'm interested in banking, so that's kind of helping me out, and I'm learning through that, so it will help me later on in my future.
Now, have you done this job shadow before, or is this your first time?
It's my first time.
What did you think about it?
I think it's really good. I think it will help other people too if we encourage them to take job shadowing.
Mm-hmm. LeGrand Summers is also here as well, and tell me about your experience today.
Today I had the privilege of hanging out with George Phillips. He's with attorney in law, and basically he told me that you need to love to read and write, and because there's a lot of that, just people skills, talking to a lot of people. So what did you do today? I mean, were you out? Were you with clients? Were you there in the office? What did you participate in? Well, we were talking for a while, and then a client came in, so we had to go out in the lobby and we got to eat a few donuts, and
that's always important.
Yeah, so it helped out a little bit, and just learned a lot about it.
So what do you think about this experience today? I mean, did you get some useful information out of it?
Yeah, it was interesting. I'd like to become a lawyer because I like to read, so I wouldn't mind it. Mm-hmm. And I can write, so.
Did it change your perception on school and the fact that you need to stay in school and learn? Did it change your idea on that, or did you really kind of come in knowing that?
I knew you needed to do all that, and I just didn't understand if you needed to do a lot of math or anything like that. And I found out you'd have to do it little, but adding and subtracting isn't too hard. So.
Well, we can certainly attest to that. So we have a math person and a non-math person.
Tell Brian what you got in trouble for at school.
I talk too much, so.
Well, you're a lawyer already.
Yeah, so I always have to get the last word in, so.
I understand. So, he's already a lawyer.
Yeah, I told him you'd got kicked out and you'd got expelled a long time ago, Brian.
Well, really, and this is strange, okay? But we all have stories, so I'll share mine. And Bart Walker, who is at the station right now, was actually part of that mentoring for me. I was in 4-H, okay, and I was a pretty shy young person, really? But I was in 4-H, and I had the opportunity to actually MC a 4-H talent show. And I would introduce some of the acts and all, and his daughter happened to be in that talent show. And afterward, he said, radio may be your thing. Why don't you come in and interview?
Wow.
And I did. Got a job a few weeks later and was on the air like the next Saturday, scared out of my pants, and here I am today, many years later.
So Bart Walker's your mentor.
Absolutely. And you just never know when that experience is going to change the rest of your life.
You're right.
Well, sure.
That may, for him, it may be Philip George that done that.
Right. Or today, you working with Justin, it could have been that gave him the direction in which, I thought I was going to be an architect.
Yeah.
And I quickly discovered that math wasn't my thing. Fractions just really kind of, so if you're off by a fraction in drawing, that's kind of bad. But anyway, we also have another young person here, and that is Jasmine Furby. Jasmine, how are you? Tell me about your experience today.
Make sandwiches at first because I thought it wouldn't be fun, and then when I went today, I kind of got a second opinion about it. Now I really want to get my own like restaurant like she has and like make food for people like that?
No, I had a setting wrong here on our equipment. You went to the substation 2 today, and that's where you standing for hours. See, my son thinks he wants to be one of those sign spinners. He thinks that's the best job in the world. You know, he's 10, and you know,